So Young Thug has come out with his So Much Fun album. And you know, if I wanted to hear indistinguishable, like mumbling over songs, then I would have called up my nephew and said no. I mean, when you try to break down songs like Sup Mate, you kind of realize like, are you guys even attempting to tell us something? Or are you just mumbling under your breath so that you can just get through with the song? And I'm not saying that he is complete garbage. I'm just saying that he's an acquired taste. Just like how I'm sure bums like to go out back to McDonald's in the dumpster and eat leftover food, and they might perceive that as good. That's just not for me. And it's the irony of it all, man. Like, there's 19 songs on this track. Like, you never see people who can barely run 10 yards try to run a marathon. But yet that's what you get with terrible MCs who can barely make 4 to 5 songs to actually be good. They're gonna try to go ahead and make a full-length project of 19 songs. And again, I'm not saying that Young Thug is garbage. I'm just saying that if Atlantic Records was the Ford Motor Company, then Young Thug would be the Ford Fiesta. And the irony of this album being called So Much Fun, because what actually is fun about it? Like, now I can understand it from his perspective of, okay, people are going to pay me to make this nonsense? That they barely can even understand the things that I'm saying, and the things that I'm saying ain't even all that good? I'm getting paid enough to live a extravagant lifestyle off of that? Sure, I can understand that that could be fun. But when you look at it from all viewpoints of people who actually got to listen to this and decipher this, you realize it's like working for the crime scene cleaners and Michael Myers just came in town. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did have fun with a couple songs on here, like that Cartier Gucci scarf. And I consider that fun because when you listen to Young Thug and Little Duke on the track together, you can see that they trying to do some kind of trap quartet where Young Thug is clearly a soprano as he's trying to hit high notes that he simply does not have, and Lil Duke is trying to be the bass, the baritone, so he's trying to have a deeper voice, but yet they're somewhat doing the same thing, and it comes off as just comical. And speak of comical, you guys know I love to quote the best bars off of full projects, but these ones right here, man, are very hard to find. But I'ma try here. Maybe the best things that he's saying off of this project would be Cartier, Patek, Rolls Royce, diamonds. These are the only things that he's really talking about, and he's not doing it in a entertaining way. He's really just trying to floss on the vast majority of these songs. Now, there are a couple moments in here like how he's saying, I ain't gotta throw you shit like I'm Kaepernick. That was cool by itself. But then as he tried to come up under it with some wordplay saying, I got 7 chicks with me like Kaepernick, it messes up the whole thing. Or how he's saying like, yo, I could put all my diamonds in the bowl and it look like Fruity Pebbles. That's maybe the best bars off of this entire project from Young Thug. But let's not forget that he has a lot of pause bars up in here. Like how he's saying, I had to wear the dress because I had the stick. As this is him talking about the time that he wore a dress for his album cover, and he's trying to justify it saying that he had some kind of gun with him or something, man. No. Also said, cut off your penis in order for you to keep your head. How he said, I'm a Teletubby. See, the diamonds are green, blue, white, and grape. Like, okay, that's one that people can kind of bypass, but yet, Teletubby though, fam? Or how he's saying that I'm smashing Lil Shorty, Mama, and Granny? Pause, bruh. Honestly, there was only 3 songs off of this that had any kind of interest to it for me, and it happened to be the last 3 songs of the project, you dig? Which was just terrible, starting with the Mannequin Challenge, where it's hard to explain why I somewhat enjoyed this, because the production by J. Cole wasn't his finest moment, but yet it wasn't garbage either. There's really no concept. The reason why they came up with that title right there is because it's a nothing ball that juicewrld threw together in there, and they just said forget it because the hook ain't nothing but an extended verse that's really nothing. And you would think with all of these things that's wrong with it that ultimately the song would be bad, but honestly the vibe of it isn't all that bad. Like, it's a lot like, say, chitlins. A lot of people swear by them and like them, but yet when you realize it's made out of pig intestines and they had to clean out all of the shit in order for it to actually be edible, you know, people actually swear by that stuff and they think that it tastes good. And that's somewhat what you can see with this track. The next song that I liked was that Boy Back, which was produced by DJ Mustard, where the production was some of the better stuff off of this project, where the basic concept of this is talking about the flossing as he's pretty much doing on every song, but it's coming from the direction of you see nothing but me flossing with these diamonds and women and all that, but you don't realize that I came up from absolutely nothing, and that's why I'm stunting this hard and I'm never going back, as he puts it in how he switched up his game like Ron Artest. Even though I don't think he goes by Meta World Peace and stuff no more, but it is what it is. And the last song was Thelondon with J. Cole up on there, you dig? As this has some of the best bars on it that came from J. Cole, clearly, where he's saying he's balling on these pussies like Juana Man. As Thelondon happens to be a luxury hotel out there in Hollywood, California, and all of that stuff you did. No actual core concept, they really just talking on this, but yet the vibe of it, it really does work, as this was a single that came out that I did hear quite some time ago. I just never made a review for it. Overall, a pretty terrible project here that's way longer than what it needed to be. Everything became redundant because he's saying the same things over and over and over. The same kind of feel is on all of these songs. This really could have just been 5 to 6 tracks, man, and it'll be just as good. It is lacking in production, overall lyricism, overall quality, overall everything. And that's why I'm giving this joint, man, 2 out of 10. I would skip it if I were you. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.